it.
As I turn red.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Michael Seven Michael. You're watching GEEKCASTER. That's right, GEEKCASTER. Everything sci-fi, fantasy. You know what? All that geek media, as well as geek culture, we're talking about it. Today, we've got...
Jamie Girac.
Hi guys, I'm Bevan.
We're going to start out with female characters and also bringing to other aspects of diversity.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, female characters in terms of how they're doing today?
Correct.
Michael?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I want to give some props where it's due. Like, I always thought Buffy the Vampire Slayer was a really great female lead character.
Buffy's my #1 favorite show of all time.
Wow.
Yesterday was actually the 15th anniversary of the series finale.
Shout out to Buffy.
Yes. It is. There's nothing on this earth I love more than Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she really is like the epitome of female. And there are other amazing female characters.
Yeah,
on that
Xena
show.
Warrior Princess. I'm going to give it to
So
you.
great. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The 90s. What a good time.
The 90s. And the early 2000s, you want to say.
Yes, you're
early
right.
2000, early 90s.
They bled into that.
And
time.
speaking of female characters, they just announced yesterday that She-Ra is getting a reboot on Netflix.
Yes.
It's like a brand new cartoon. They announced the cast. I'm excited to see me some She-Ra.
That's going to be cool.
That's not going to have anything to do with He-Man.
No.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, She-Ra. New cast.
But aren't they cousins?
They're brother and sister. They're twins.
Oh.
But they're in a different universe. That was the whole thing. I'm sure they're going to mention He-Man, but there's nothing in there that says that this is going to involve He-Man as a prominent character. Because She-Ra had her own story afterwards, and she's about to come back again. They're rebooting She-Ra before they did He-Man, so good for She-Ra.
Do they have a voice cast yet?
Yeah, they did. They announced it on Entertainment Weekly.
Who is going to be She-Ra?
Nah, I knew you were going to do this.
Oh,
and I
sorry.
Didn't remember. And I will get there in a second.
Yes, that's why we have our phones.
Why don't you stall for time while I look
I'd
that up?
love to stall for time in talking about female characters. Well, we already, and I think in our previous episode together, we kind of talked a little bit about how we're not big Wonder Woman fans. But luckily, Marvel is giving us more and more. I'm going to mention Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because that's got amazing women characters. All of the female characters in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are so much more badass than the men. The men are constantly getting saved by the women on that show, which is my just favorite thing.
Okay,
of
so
all
it's
time.
people I really don't know.
Oh, okay. Who do we got?
We got
Amy Carrero. Oh, Lauren Ash. She's on. She tweeted me yesterday.
Oh, did she really?
She's on Superstore, and I wrote an article about why Superstore is funny. And she shared it, so that's funny. Let's see. Amy Carrero, she's on Blind Spot, or she's been on it. But she's the voice of
She-Ra.
Princess Elena, so that's like a big show. Yeah, interesting.
They got a guy from Blackish on there too. No, stop it, cancel. Come back. Sorry. So yeah, there's we got Crystal Joy Brown. We got Peoples. Jordan Fisher from Blackish is on it, playing a character. We got
Karen Fukuhara, is that how you say her name? She was in Suicide Squad. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Name.
Yeah. Speaking of shows with voice actors, cartoons. Cartoon is the word I was thinking of. Steven Universe is another great female character heavy show.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's an animated show, and it's phenomenal.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And
I love how she incorporates music.
Oh,
with the show, yeah.
The songs, I went through a phase a couple months ago where all I listened to were the Steven Universe songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And it's one of those shows where it starts out very silly, like every episode's unconnected, but the longer that show has run, the more it has deep dived into an arc that is crazy and fascinating. I highly, highly recommend it. It's most of it's on Hulu.
Okay.
And it's fantastic. And
I wish I had enough time in the day to watch all these shows that they want you to watch, and then there's so many, which is a good thing that there's so many now that you have to kind of pick and choose.
It's tough.
It's a tough one.
I don't leave my room often.
Like, I hear all about Handmaid's Tale, speaking of other female power shows, and I'm like, I don't know. People tell me I'm going to cry, so I don't know if I want to spend time hating the world and crying right now. I need some uplifting
stuff. A little bit.
Nowadays.
I watched the first episode and I was like, this is a great, well-made television show, but I don't know. It's tough. Times are tough.
Times are tough right now.
To get to have to sit through that. But I do think I will get to it. I just watched The Leftovers, which is phenomenal.
Oh, I heard that was also depressing.
So good. Yeah. But Ann Dowd is in it, and she's also in Handmaid's Tale, so I'd like to watch it just for her performances,
that.
because she's a phenomenal actress.
Well, if we're going to cross the pond a little bit, I really enjoy the BBC Victoria show.
Oh, I need to check that out.
Oh, it's really, and it has the actress from Doctor Who in it that plays Queen Victoria.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I don't remember
I'm
her
not a
name either.
Whovian, I will admit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really either, but I know that she comes from the geek pop culture world, and so she plays Queen Victoria, and I'm really enjoying that. Like, it's all about her, and it centers around her, and Queen Victoria in herself was a very independent, dominant woman as well. I mean, Prince Albert had to deal with the fact that he had to take orders from the Queen, even though that was her husband. So that's really great, too. And then, like I said, I'm really enjoying the fact that Black Panther, the things that I loved the most about Black Panther were the female characters. So, like, Okoye was my favorite, also from The Walking Dead.
Yes, which we don't watch, but
No, I mean, I've seen episodes.
Yeah,
I know of Negan, guys. I know Carl is dead. Spoiler alert.
is that the son?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the son. Mm-hmm. There's all different pronunciations of Carl, like from the lead actor. That's the running joke. I know of that, guys. I know of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Koye.
The Love Actually guy.
The Love Actually guy, yeah. That's how I know him too.
Yep.
He's the guy in Love Actually with the signs.
Yeah, he's the kind of the worst character in Love Actually.
He is. He's
Good
kind
question. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to pop up some pictures.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm curious to see what your reaction. Also, shout out, this microphone is from Sound Shark. Thank you guys
All right, Sound
for
Shark.
hooking us up with that. It's really space agey. We'll talk about that another time. It's really cool. So, yeah. So check this out, and I want to see your reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just talking about these ladies. Black Panther ladies.
You heard that Angela Bassett said that people come up to her all the time and call her auntie now?
Oh, really?
Yes.
No, I did not.
Which is amazing. Yeah, all those women, I mean, I don't know if we said this in the last episode or if I just said it to you in general, but I've never left a movie like that excited that I couldn't pick a favorite female character.
Yeah,
That's
it
never
doesn't happen very
before.
often. You're like, there were so many great female characters. How do I choose?
Yes. And when it comes to Marvel, I'm like I'm a Scarlet Witch girl. Elizabeth Olsen's my number one lady crush, but, and crush just in general. She just happens to also be a woman. But
nice.
Now, yeah, so DC-wise, I've actually never seen Suicide Squad.
Well, you're not missing much.
That's what they say, but it is an Oscar winner. So
For what? Makeup?
I think makeup and hairstyling.
So I want to say out of these three ladies, it's definitely Michelle Pfeiffer's
it's
Catwoman.
only Michelle
I
Pfeiffer.
mean, that's just, I thought Margot Robbie really captured the essence of Harley Quinn, but she was just unfortunately in a terrible movie.
I think that's why they're going to try to give her her own thing and
Well,
work on it.
she fought for her own thing. She's
Yeah.
going to be producing it now. But the thing is, it keeps going back and forth whether or not it will be a Harley Quinn Joker movie or a Sirens movie, which will be Poison Ivy, Catwoman, and
Yes.
Harley Quinn.
I want that.
I think that is
100%.
I think that
we don't
is-
need more Jokers. We've had enough Jokers.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to do a Harley Quinn movie, you need to have the Joker.
Yeah, but in the beginning. And then he can go off and do his own thing.
I mean, but I've always found their relationship very tricky, and I think it'd be fun for a writer to kind of mess with the whole Me Too movement and then put the Joker and Harley Quinn in that Me Too movement and how that pans out. You know?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Would it be Jared Leto, though?
I think it would be Katniss. Katniss,
yeah.
You know what? I hated her in the book. I liked her a lot better in the movie.
Interesting. I do agree that I think that I thought the books or the movies were surprisingly close to the books, which normally doesn't happen.
Right.
J-Law, I think, is on a downswing right now because people are kind of sick of her. But I've always liked her.
I think she's a good actress.
Yeah.
Katniss Everdeen, I think what was so important about that movie is that the Hunger Games proved that blockbusters could be led by women.
Yes.
Even though, are we going to count the Alien franchise? Because I feel like that was already proven.
Sure, but I mean, many years between those two
true.
franchises? I mean, Ripley is still one of the most revered female action characters.
I think she got nominated as the number one female action character.
I wouldn't doubt
argue
it.
with that at
She's
all. But like,
amazing.
yes, absolutely,
100%.
bow down to that one. But yeah, Katniss.
She's a little broody for me. I mean, I love it. I love it, but it's I like a little wit to my ladies.
I like a little spunk and a little
Yeah.
fire.
And she's just like a little
sets
too
herself
sad.
on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't have much of an emotional journey in terms of she never really gets on board with the whole rebellion thing. She only gets on board because she feels like she has to
Yeah.
save PETA. You know, speaking of, you know, driving the plot line.
Yeah.
I mean, both of those guys were after her the entire time. She's like, I just want to be left alone.
I know. It's, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm Team PETA, I guess, but also this poor woman just needs to be left alone for a while.
Yeah, she didn't ask for any of this. She
Yeah.
just wanted to protect her sister.
Ugh.
And her sister dies. at
Blew
the
right up.
end. Just spoiler alert, sorry. I
Yeah.
mean, you've had plenty of time to
Yeah,
see
I
it.
think we can spoil the Hunger Games at this point.
Dies.
Back to Michelle Pfeiffer, though. I
Yeah.
will say, I am so excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp 100% because Michelle Pfeiffer's in
Wait,
it.
she's in it?
Yeah, she's the mother. She's going to be Wasp's mom, who's been stuck in the Michael. What do you know? What it's called? The
Quantum.
Thank you.
Quantum
I don't know why I went to
universe.
Michael. Of course you knew.
No, I didn't know everything. Clearly, I don't watch Walking Dead.
Yeah.
You know.
Just Michelle Pfeiffer being on screen is going to be really exciting.
I've always loved Michelle Pfeiffer. I thought her Catwoman is crazy and out of, like, just batshit crazy.
One of my
Sorry.
Here you go.
All right. Yes.
Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor, also a really, really, really great female lead. Like, she had a lot of... This is another female character that also did not need a man as well. She was the one kicking ass herself, protecting her son. She got some arms there. She's got
Linda,
more arms than Wonder Woman
I'm
over there.
so excited that she's being Sarah Connor again.
Is she really?
Yes. Oh, and it's the new Terminator. I have high hopes. Gabriel Luna, who was Ghost Rider on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is going to be a Terminator, which is exciting. Arnold's coming back, and as I mentioned in our last episode, I love Arnold a lot.
I think Arnold's great.
Yeah, so I'm really stoked for that. But Linda Hamilton coming back is such a big deal, and I'm really
I hope
stoked.
she has jacked arms, just like Josh Brolin
She
did
will.
in
I'm
Deadpool.
sure she will.
Now, I know that a lot of people over time has, you need characters, we need heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're forgetting about a lot of people. So I'm really curious to see your reaction towards this one. You ready?
Okay. Oh wow!
Oh man!
Oh man!
Oh, man.
Well,
Tomb Raider, the new one didn't really do well, right?
no, I saw it and it was very middle of the road. It was fine.
I mean,
mean,
it's a very successful video game franchise
Yeah.
that doesn't die and keeps going on, and I think they're just trying to make video game movies work, and very
they
few
just
of them
don't.
do.
I laughed so hard because I saw an article that was like, Rampage is the best rated video game movie ever. I was like, whoa, maybe I'll see it. And I clicked it and it was like, but it was a 52%.
Yeah.
That was the best rating a video movie has ever done.
I mean-
52%.
Yeah, it's
So-
really hard to make video games work. I think.
Yeah, I think that they've never successfully done it.
Like Assassin's Creed, not great.
Didn't see it.
I saw it, unfortunately.
Yeah, did not bother with that one.
Yeah.
I will say about the new Tomb Raider, one thing that really made me mad, there were no tigers. When I think Tomb Raider, I want to see
shame.
some tigers, right?
I mean, probably because of Animal Protection Services would be like...
I would assume a CGI tiger.
But no Resident Evil?
Oh, yeah, so Mila. I mean, I didn't like Resident Evil growing up because I don't like zombie stuff and it freaked me out. I'd go more Fifth Element.
I was about to say, when I
Yeah.
look at her, I think Fifth Element.
Absolutely.
I know of Resident Evil. My brother plays all the games, and
Right.
it's like... But I've never... Again, can't really do horror or zombies.
Yeah,
so-
I like horror, but not zombie horror.
And everyone acts like Elektra never happened.
I never saw it.
What?
I'll admit
Who?
it.
Elektra?
I do
Huh?
like me some Jennifer Gardner, but
Who?
yeah, look at that top.
What's that?
Ugh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened? Nothing?
Oh,
Great.
man.
Nothing happened.
Ooh.
Great. Oh, man. Kill Bill was one of those things where I was like, good for this, too bloody for me.
Kill Bill is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, great.
I'm also a big Tarantino person.
Yeah, Tarantino's great.
Yeah, Kill Bill came out when I was 13, and it changed the way I look at movies
Okay.
forever.
Wow.
It was a very important movie for me when I was a teenager. I just watched Bound for the first time. That's what that image is there, right?
Yeah.
Bound was great, but as we've established, I
What
like
superhero genre is Bound?
Bound is not a
I
superhero
know,
movie
I
at
know.
all.
I'm
but
joking, I know what
but I'll watch any movie with, like I said, with ladies
ladies
loving
getting it
each
on.
other.
Yeah, and then what was the other? Wait, I didn't see. There was Ripley.
Ripley
we were
again.
just talking about
Yeah.
Ripley. And is that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? No, I feel so terrible.
I've never seen it, so I can't.
No, I mean I've seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and it was really.
What
really
is
great.
that last image?
All the way that, you know what, that one I do not.
Oh gosh,
See?
this is
Now
terrible.
we're all terrible.
See,
human
yeah,
beings.
we the worst is we knew all the white women.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, like, I know, if you had shown a clip of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, I'd be like, yeah, those are my girls.
Yeah, I've sadly never
I remember,
seen it.
oh man, you gotta see it
I
just
will.
for the fight scenes alone.
High on my list.
Okay.
Michelle Rodriguez. She's one of my fave ladies.
Oh, speaking of games that don't work as movies, Battleship. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I did not see Battleship.
Oh, man.
Wait, no, I did not see
No.
Battleship.
And then, what is Kristen Stewart? Oh, there we go,
Oh,
Dorothy.
we're
Shirley
counting
Temple.
Dorothy.
For
Shirley
me,
Temple.
it's Shirley Temple. Sorry.
For me, what?
She's my hero.
Shirley Temple's your hero.
Yeah. I don't
She's
care what
a
anybody
senator
says.
now, isn't she? She got,
I
so
think
Shirley
she's-
Temple.
Is she still alive?
Shirley Temple got into politics. I know that when she
Yeah.
when she grew up, she was like, I am done. She was one of those child stars that's like, I have made so much money as a kid.
Right.
I'm so exhausted.
Right.
I am done. And she got into politics, and it was really great. She actually, let me look at that.
She died in 2014, but she didn't act. I think the last movie she made was maybe
She was
a
Diplomat.
teenager.
There we
Yeah.
go.
That's
Look at
awesome.
her as an adult.
Oh,
She
gorgeous
still looks
lady.
cute as a button. She was a businesswoman and a diplomat who was Hollywood's #1 box office draw as a child actress from 1935 to 1938.
Dang.
Oh, man. I'm trying to see what she was as a diplomat. She began her diplomatic career in 1969.
Wow.
When she was appointed to represent the United States at a session of the United Nations General Assembly, and she worked at the U.S. mission under Ambassador Charles W. Youst. In 1998, she published her autobiography, Child Star. So, yeah, she got into
She had a
politics.
life.
She
I
had
remember
a life.
watching a TV movie about her when I was a kid.
I actually want to know who she married and how many offspring she had, and if they're still alive.
And who were the other people that you had in that picture?
It was Dorothy
Oh,
Gale.
here we go, more.
We're going to go
Oh,
more.
we got some Halle Berry. I just watched The Last Boy Scout yesterday for the first time.
Hold on. At the bottom, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh, there we
Yep.
go. We got some Hermione, who I love. We got Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, man. Kate Beckinsale in Underworld.
Again, vampires, love 'em.
Loved it.
And also very underappreciated her
Yeah.
in that role.
Yeah, she's so good.
She's so good at it. She did a lot of great stunts. She is the lead. The franchise did really, really well.
I just saw the new one, and it wasn't great. But my
No.
mom wanted to go. So
I saw it too, and I was like, meh. Oh, she was married
Yeah.
twice, Sir
Oh.
Shirley Temple. She has 3 kids, including Lori Black. Who's Lori Black?
We'll find out. You also had Leia at the bottom there, who is my #1 lady here. I've got her
I
on
mean,
me
Princess
forever.
Leia is probably the first iconic badass that
Yeah.
I saw on screen as a kid.
Absolutely.
I mean, she was one of those people that, like, she didn't, again, she did better rescuing herself than the 2 guys that came after her
Oh,
did. And
absolutely.
that was really great. And I just so admire Carrie Fisher for who she was as a human being. She had all these problems, but she
Wonderful.
was so strong-willed. She was one of the few women to speak out about how Hollywood treats women in terms of sending her to fat camp, because she was never allowed to be over a certain
Yeah.
weight during Star Wars, and it was
Right.
exhausting, and she spoke out against it all the time, saying, I don't need to be like this all the time.
Yeah.
And she had a very tragic, like, do you know about Carrie
Oh, yeah.
Fisher's
Oh,
parents?
yeah.
And yeah.
I saw her one-woman show in Chicago.
She's a
and
brilliant
it's
writer,
fascinating.
too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Carrie Fisher doctored a lot of scripts in the 90s,
Yes.
movie scripts. So she has a great penmanship, if
Yes.
you will. So rest in peace. She gone too soon, in my opinion.
Left a great legacy, though. I'm a big Billy Lord fan.
Yep.
Billy Lord was my favorite part of Scream Queens, which
Nice.
was such a funny show. It's a shame that it got canceled. But I think that she's going to have a solid career. It's cool that she gets to be in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But she's got kind of a dry humor that I think she gets from her mother, and that's cool.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. Her mother, rest in peace. Definitely the top one out of all those. That
Oh, absolutely.
Because Emma Watson, I'm not talking to you after that god-awful live-action Beauty and the Beast.
I didn't bother with that.
Oh, my God.
My thing about that movie is, why would you do a live-action Beauty and the Beast when 90% of the characters are CGI anyway?
know, right?
It's the same thing with Jungle Book and the new Lion King. I'm gonna buy that soundtrack and I'm gonna listen to it every day, but I'm not gonna see the movie.
Yeah.
I don't need to see CGI lions singing.
Well,
That's
if we
weird.
want to talk a little bit about, like, the reboot's ruining my childhood. There's a lot of reboots coming out that I'm like, you're ruining my childhood, including this new Thundercats cartoon that I'm like, what are you doing?
Interesting.
Oh, it's terrible. The drawing of it is like Adventure Time looking, and it's like, it's Thundercats. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But like, all these reboots of the live action Little Mermaid, I don't want it. The live action Beauty and the Beast, I also don't want it. The new Han Solo movie, I don't want it. I don't want a Han Solo movie.
A great segue.
I know.
Because, well, I agree 100%. I mean, I'm going to see it, of course.
I have to, unfortunately, see it.
I'm excited about Fandy Newton.
I kind of have to talk about it. So
exactly.
I have to see it.
But the last thing I want to see is a solo movie.
No.
A Lando movie would have been way better. And I think Donald Glover is going to be an amazing Lando.
Well, I hear he's the standout of this one.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Oh, look, there he is. He's cute.
This is something that I've been wanting to talk about because it's really gets me going.
Okay, do it.
That the writers just announced or said that that Lando is pansexual, and normally that news wouldn't make me ecstatic. Yes. Are we finally going to get a queer canon Star Wars character? And it's a lie, because there's nothing in the movie that's going to imply that he's pansexual. He's like, I want to see him tonguing a dude, and then I'll be happy. But it's the same thing with Dumbledore, as we kind of discussed. After the books, J.K. Rowling came out and said Dumbledore was gay. And it was like, well, that's disappointing that he couldn't be a canon in the books gay. And so they're making these Fantastic Beasts movies, and we're finally like, yes, we're going to have Grindelwald and Dumbledore, and we get to see their relationship. We know that they were together, and then we find out that they're not showing it on screen. And
did it come out and be written that they said, hey, they're not going to show them interacting?
It's not. Nope. But it's like, it's implied. But why? This was finally her chance to fix the fact that she was not. That Dumbledore wasn't openly gay.
I thought it was just lazy.
Yeah, I mean, but it's queer baiting. Like, oh, they're gay, but we're not going to show it. It
felt like a political move of like, make one of the Harry Potter characters gay.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, I'll choose Dumbledore. And there's like nothing in the books that ever implied that he was gay.
If you read it, in the last book when they talk about his relationship with Grindelwald, like if you really look for it.
Yeah, but I read that as like they were friends and they were going to be business partners, and he got hurt because they started going down different paths, and he was sad about that. You could read that as they were just friends.
I've read the book so many times since the announcement that I've very much warped it in my head that it's like, oh yeah, they might as well just be doing it right here in the book. But another thing that really makes me mad is that I don't care for Johnny Depp at all, and I think that Colin Farrell should have continued being Grindelwald. And the ending reveal of that movie is my least favorite ending of any movie of all time. And I'm just imagining a world where we could have seen Colin Farrell and Jude Law gently kissing each other.
But it came out that they're not going to show it.
Nope. They're
who wrote that? Like who made that statement? Because it is the interwebs.
Yeah. Well, no. I read this a long time ago. But it's definitely it's not going to happen unless they've done reshoots since.
But Lando, they haven't shown that either?
Nope. And they just said the thing about Lando, that Lando's pansexual, which is awesome. I believe that about Lando. But, I mean, then give it to us. We want to see it.
I feel like if you're going to do it, then just do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it.
Yeah.
It's fine. There's characters that can just be asexual, and that's not part of their identity
There
at
should
all.
be some outspokenly asexual characters. I think Todd on BoJack Horseman is like a really important character right now because he's one of the few asexual characters that they actually dive deep into his story.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. And we want more of that. I don't need to see all these straight people kissing. Don't get me wrong. I like watching men and women kiss too.
Okay.
Give it all to me. I like it all. But let's keep it a little interesting.
Wait, yeah, again, and it just goes back to, I think, with me, with the whole Solo stuff. It's like, I don't even want to see this movie anyway.
Yeah. No, you're right. Exactly.
I was like, I don't need this. I actually wanted more. If we're going to do more Star Wars films, let's do more like Rogue One.
Absolutely.
Like Rogue One, I thought was a really great premise of a movie. Like, it was in the canon. It was familiar enough. You got some Darth Vader. You got the Empire. You were hearing about lightsabers and Death Stars and all that stuff, but it was through the eyes of new characters.
Yes.
Brand new characters, brand new canon. And then, of course, they Spoiler alert, killed him.
Yes, but I like that too.
I like that they killed him.
Yeah,
though.
because I think going into it, like, there's no way these characters are going to survive.
Yeah.
'Cause otherwise, we would have.
Although
heard
I was
of them.
worried Disney would Disney-fy it a little bit and be like, oh, they might have survived for another day.
Yeah, who
for
knows?
another
Nope.
movie
They
to
just
make more money.
all
But
died.
they were bold and they
Yeah.
were like, no, we'll kill him. It's
I
fine.
love that about it.
No, I thought it was great.
And I gotta say, like, the thing about Star Wars too is Star Wars is not a romantic sexual franchise, and we don't really need that in it. That's not what it is. So it's not that like I need Lando to be getting it on with dudes. But if you're gonna tell me he likes it, then show it.
Don't be lazy advertisement. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's our gay character over there.
Yeah.
It's like, it's okay, kind
Yeah.
of thing. I mean, it's the same thing with The Last Jedi. Like, they all talk about The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi has a lot of divided people.
Oh yeah.
Has
It's
a lot of
definitely the
divided
most
people.
divisive Star Wars movie. of all time.
I don't hate it. I don't love it either. But I will say that The Last Jedi, the one thing that, like, if you're gonna tease me with it, just go all the way or not, is like turning Rey to the dark side
Oh yeah.
on behalf of Kylo Ren. And I thought, that actually would have been a very interesting love story.
I think so,
if
too.
love turns her dark, and then they didn't do it.
Yeah, I became a Reylo shipper after that movie because I was like, I wasn't before, and then I saw it, and I was like, I could get into this. My friend Amber, shout out to Amber, is obsessed with Reylo. It's all she talks about, and I agree, it could have been a more compelling ending. But I also have friends that would have rioted if Rey would have turned bad because she's such a good role model.
You have to think of Disney too. That they think of the kids and the toys. And this was their first time to make a lead female Jedi, and it would have been very bold of them to turn her dark. And that's why I would have wanted them to do it.
Yes, that's what's disappointing for me about Captain Phasma because I was so excited about Captain Phasma.
Oh yeah, and she was meh.
And then they really underutilized her in Force Awakens. I was like, all right, Last Jedi, this is it. We're gonna get some awesome Phasma.
Yeah.
And then she was hardly in it, and she died super easily. And I want to be a Phasma fan so bad, and they gave me nothing to work with.
Yeah, and she the actress that plays her also plays Brianna Tarth.
Yeah, Gwendolyn Christie.
Oh man, she's such a badass human being, and it was just one of those things where I was looking forward to see her make more characters like that because she does such a good job of playing Brianna Tarth and being in love with Jaime and like dealing with the stalker boyfriend.
I love it so much. I can't even decide who I'd rather her see with because I love it all so much.
Oh, definitely Jaime, because Jaime needs to stop
Yeah,
messing with
but
his sister.
Jamie's a lost cause.
I understand,
And I love Jamie.
but I'm a fan of Lost Causes and coming back.
I don't think Jamie's going to live through...
But speaking of diversity with Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones has done a very good job with strong female characters.
Oh, yeah.
From the get-go. And I know a couple of feminists, because I'm a feminist myself, that actually would not watch Game of Thrones because of all the rape that happened in season 1. And I get it, but hear me out. This is also a book series that is based back in time, and good for the writer for showing that culture of rape, but then seeing these women that have been raped in their marriages. We're talking about Daenerys, we're talking about Sansa Stark, that actually, in a sense, come around, and they are the bosses now. They are the ones. Sansa Stark is head of Stark House, right? At Winterfell right now. Sorry, Winterfell. Cersei is now on the throne, and Daenerys has dragons.
It's definitely become all the women are in the power.
Yeah.
One thing about
we're running out of time.
Okay.
Give us your social media.
Oh,
Sure.
great. I'm on Twitter at Jamie Cinematics.
And you can find me on Facebook, Instagram. Oh my God, let me say that one more time, guys. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, although I'm really on Twitter, at Bevin Why Not Now. That is Bevin, the letter Y, not now, all lowercase.
And we definitely got to come back and do a whole episode on Game of Thrones.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
To discuss.
I have so much to say.
There's so much that pours out of Game of Thrones.
So Michael7Michael on Instagram. That's Michael, the number 7, and Michael on Instagram. And of course, you can check out GeekCaster on Instagram, just GeekCaster. And you're watching GeekCaster. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again. Thank you very much.